Speaking of what's inside, what is inside this book? Tell us a bit about the plot, the story, the characters, anything that. No spoilers though.
So my few second elevator pitch is so like during it's set during a burgeoning age of exploration, and basically it's about a vast and dangerous conspiracy that kind of begins to become unraveled when it's revealed during a dangerous and daring like heist that takes place right at the beginning of the book. Um, and it follows multiple points of view, a bunch of characters, different backgrounds, and social standings and things like that. And they're kind of all having to come to grips with this potentially world-changing, this world-changing conspiracy as they're all kind of caught up in this web of violence and dark magic and politics and
Mm.
that kind of stuff. And like I said, again, it's all kind of set against this background of a age of exploration. So it's a fantasy world where they've discovered a new land and they've created colonies and they're all kind of trying to vie for control of this new place. And there's just like the real history of the world, there's already people living there too. So
Yeah,
it's not really the new world.
nice. So is multi POV like what's the perspective?
Yeah, so we've got multi POVs. We have there's five main POVs in this first
Wow.
book. There's the Prince Cassius Roth, and he's kind of like a daring, heroic sort of figure, sort of your classic fantasy protagonist. And then you've got you got a friend of his who's a gifted mage, but he's also the son of a merchant family and he's kind of trying to he's sort of going against his family's wishes and wanting to kind of delve further into his studies of magic rather than use his gifts to help further the family and their business and all that. And then you have one of the other POVs is a entertainer from a foreign empire who was sent there as kind of like an envoy, and she's there during the heist at the beginning of the beginning of the book, and so she gets kind of roped into everything as well. Um, Another POV is Holton, who is he is a thief. He's actually the one who does the heist, who's hired to perform this heist at the beginning of the book, and he's kind of an independent contractor, sort of a wild card figure. Um, he doesn't know why he's been hired to do this. He doesn't know, and all he knows is he's getting paid. And so you kind of follow him, and as he's learning more about why he was paid to do this at the beginning of the book, and what his motivations are, why he was enticed to take on such a difficult and potentially dangerous task. And then the last POV is a character who's another kind of like thief, a con woman, and she gets involved with the son of the merchant sailor as he's kind of he gets sent kind of against his will to investigate more about this conspiracy that's going on and and he gets kind of pulled into everything, and she finds out what he's doing, and so she kind of attaches herself to him, trying to turn the whole situation more towards what she wants and
Mm.
to benefit her. So, like I said, it's a very you kind of have all these different characters that start at different points and they
Yeah,
all come together. They're all brought together by this one event.
that's cool.
Very, I like the sound of that because I'm a massive RPG and JRPG guy. So that's all it takes is, one big world-changing event and your party's formed and off you go, on the adventure. So I think that's why I'm a massive fantasy fan as well because, it's just the stories that, you can tell they're just so rich in lore and in the history of the world and just, the hero journey. I mean, who doesn't like that story path? So yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Sounds really good.